Hi everyone. Today we'll continue to comparison between Azure servers. So today we'll talk about the Azure skill set and the availability set. So the differentiation will be between it's when or where we'll use it, the Azure skill set, or we can use it availability set. So we'll start for the first point is called for scalability set, then we'll back for the first one. For Azure skill set, as you see in the screen now, we have web tier of VMs, and we have load balance, and we have also business tier for some of them. So we need to understand it. So Azure virtual machine skill set actually help us to create and manage a group of load balance VMs. The number of VMs instance can automatically increase or decrease in response to demand or define a schedule. Also, a skill set provide a high availability to your applications and allow us to centralize, manage, and configure and update many VMs. Regarding for the cost, there is no cost for the skill set itself. You only pay for each VM instance that you created. And virtual machine in skill set can also be deployed into multiple availability zone or a single availability zone or regional. Let's jump it here in Azure availability set. So Azure availability set, as you see in the diagram here, it's a logical grouping of VM that allow Azure to understand how your application built it to provide for redundancy and availability. Actually, Microsoft recommended that two or more VMs are created within an availability set to provide for high availability application and to meet, I think, 99.95 percentage for Azure SLA. If you talk about the cost, it will be the same. There is no cost for availability set itself. You only pay for each VM instance that you created. And if you talk how it's work for Azure availability set, each virtual machine in your availability set is assigned an update domain and fault domain by underlying the Azure platform. Each availability set can be configured within up 3 fault domains and 20 update domains. This configuration can't be changed once the availability set created. So let's back for the first slide here to differentiate between availability set and availability sorry, for a skill set and availability set. So for definitions, as we mentioned in the both slide, for skill set, if we started with a skill set, so there are a group of identical configured VMs that are separated across multiple fault domains. For availability set, also there are a group of configuration VM or configured VMs that are separated across various fault domain. So for a default domain, for skill set, these are 5 fault domain and the update domains by default. While availability set, by default there is 3 fault domain and 5 update domains. So for workload type, it's a very important point because we will understand when we'll use it skill set, when we'll use it availability set. So for skill set, we use it skill set when they are unpredictable workload that require the feature of auto escapability. While the Azure availability set, we are using availability set when there are predictable workload required. So if we jump it for here for configuration style and skill set, the VM are configured and created in the same manner from the same image. While for configuration style for Azure availability set, the VM or the VMs are created by making use the different image and configuration. Let's talk about VM count. The number of VM can be increased or decreased based on demand on or predefined schedule, as we mentioned in the previous slide. While Azure availability set VM can be added to an availability set only at time of the set creations. The last one for distribution style for scale set, the VM skill set can be distributed across multiple data centers or within a single data center. Um, Regarding for availability set or Azure availability set, the VM are automatically distributed in data center. Now we are completed. So I hope this video will be useful, and I looking for your comments if you need to improve anything. Thank you for everyone, and I will waiting in the next session. Thank you.